Hello again, this is the Craps Coach and welcome to my YouTube channel. Thanks for joining in today, and as always, don't forget to like and subscribe for the latest videos and updates. And if you have anything to say, please leave a comment. This is another video in the Craps Strategies kind of series that I was doing. It's kind of going to build on the last few videos that I put out. It's a way to play the table with essentially kind of using three different parts or three different systems that I've covered in previous videos. One is pass line betting with a field bet hedge. One is a scaled down version of the quarter pounder. And then the last strategy is a iron cross. And I'm going to explain how I do this in kind of more or less three parts. So you can see here, I think I got, since the kind of the meat and potatoes, the main portion of the strategy is the scaled down version of the quarter pounder. I'm playing it at a $42 bet level, so I have essentially bought in with $420. That's kind of the meat and potatoes, but it's going to start with the come out roll, obviously. And one of the ways I like to do this strategy, and I'll go ahead and explain it first, is just do a field bet with a $10 pass line bet. You can see from the chart that I've kind of put there that eight ways are pushes, 14 ways to win, 14 ways to lose. Essentially, if you're going to throw a field bet number, especially a 2 or 12, which pays double on this table, you're kind of starting out in a good position as far as that, and then you're going to set up kind of again the scaled down version. So this is the initial come out roll configuration, if you will, on this system that I'm just going to name the Moose because it's big and bold. So on the come out roll, this is what you do here, and you can see kind of the wins, 14 ways to win, 14 ways to lose, and 8s are pushes. So essentially I got a 50-50 shot at winning on this roll. So let's see what happens here. So 6. All right, so that would be a loss. Okay, now we're going to set up the scaled down version, the $42 version, where essentially with each roll, we're going to win about $10. So if you remember from the video about I did the analysis on the quarter pounder, we're going to hop the 5s for 4. You can see in the chart, hop the 5s for 4. I've got a $12 6 in this case, since or $12 8. In this case, since the 6 was the point, we've got it covered here with the field bet, and I'm going to take single odds, and then at least $14 in the table or on the field bet here. So now I'm going to play this until I get 2 wins out of every 3. So, and as an example to kind of explain what that means here, I'm going to say a green chip represents a win and a red chip represents a loss, meaning a 6, 8, or 7 is thrown. Particularly because, again, if you look at the chart here, you can see that an 8 you actually lose, and obviously a 7. So we stay in this configuration till 2 out of 3 wins, till you make 2 out of 3 wins. So as an example, if you were to throw a winning hand, i.e. a field bet number, and then the next roll was a win, at that point that would be 2 out of 3, the first 2, and then you would go into step 3, which is a iron cross. For example, if the first bet was a win, but then the second roll was a 8 in this case, or a 7, obviously a 7 would wipe you out, but an 8, and then the next roll was a field bet, that would be 2 wins out of 3, 2 out of 3 wins. For example, if you threw a winning hand, which again would be the field bet numbers, and in this case, the 6 would also help. And then a losing hand, then a losing hand, and then a winning hand. Again, we're always looking at 2 out of 3. So in this case, we've only got 1 win out of 3 rolls. We would actually need another win before we abandon this and go down to essentially a single unit iron cross. So that's kind of how we would set it up and go from this configuration to a single iron cross, and then that single iron cross we're going to kind of build up on it. You can see from the chart, the single iron cross would be, assuming this is a $5 table, would be 5, 6, 6, and 5. And then as we get wins, because again, every win on iron cross, every toss wins with exception of the 7, we're going to start pressing till we get to ultimately our final configuration on the iron cross. And then at that point, we're going to kind of regress back down. So, so for example, let me just kind of go through this in slow motion, I guess, if you will. So say you threw a 3. So that would be a win. You would win $14 on your field bet. You'd lose your hop in the 5s. I don't have hops, so this right here represents hop in the 5s. So you would recharge the 5s, and then that would be the 2 profit. That would be 1 roll. That'd be a win. Then say, for example, you threw an 8. You'd lose the field bet. You'd lose your hop in your 5s. You'd win 14 for the field bet. So you could put your 14 back up, but you're going to have to dig in. So that's technically a loss because you're losing $4 when you throw an 8 to get back up there. That would be in the counting 2 out of 3. We need 2 out of 3 winning rolls to get off this configuration. So here we would need 1 more win, say for example through a 10. Okay, that would be the field bet. This would lose. The field bet would win 14. Okay, and that would be essentially the 2 out of 3 wins. So instead of just keeping this going here like this, where you would put back your 5s hopping, take your profits. Now you won 2 out of 3. What you would do is essentially go down to a single unit iron cross, because now what you're actually through winning those 2 out of 3 hands, you're actually now starting this iron cross with casino money. So you're essentially starting to build up your iron cross when you throw winning hands. Again, as 8 in this case would just reveal 2 profit, would just give you 2 profit, but any other number you would kind of start building it up at that point. And like I said, we're starting basically at 5, 6, 6, and 5. The in this case, this pass line bet is going to pay a little bit more than just having a single iron cross or a 1 unit here. And then we want to get this and build it up to the iron cross where we have 15 on the 5, 12 on the 6, 12 on the 8, and still 5 in the field to kind of catch the junk numbers, if you will, the 2, the 3, the 4, the 10, 11, and 12, and the 9 too. So that's kind of what it is. It's a 3-step kind of strategy where step 1 is what you do on the come out roll. Step 2 is the big part of it. You're setting it up and you're looking for 2 out of 3 wins before you reconfigure your bets and go to an iron cross, kind of essentially a single unit iron cross. And then from there, as you get wins on your rolls, you're going to build it up, keep pressing it up. So that's kind of what it is in a nutshell. So now we'll kind of see it in action as far as kind of seeing seeing how it plays out. So let's get the table set back up for our starting position here. So again, we're going to start from this position. Buy-in is 420, and now we'll kind of demonstrate kind of the three-part process with rolls. All right, so initially it's 10 on the field, 10 on the pass line for the come out roll. So that's kind of step one here. All right, let's see what happens here. 12. That's actually a pretty good start, because this is going to pay double, and that's going to lose the pass line. So you're actually up 10. So let's see. 9. That's going to win the field. This is going to now start this. So that was step one. So step two is now kind of setting up this reduced version of the quarter pounder, if you will. So you hop the 5s for 4. You have a $12 6. You have a $12 8. And then you have 14 in the field. And since we're playing the pass line, we'll go ahead and put just odds on that. So now I want to see 2 wins out of 3 rolls for us to then reconfigure to a single unit iron cross. So let's see what happens here. And hopefully I'll go through, I don't know, maybe 6 decisions on the dice or anything like that. So we kind of see what happens here and see how it played out. So, all right, 11. So that loses. The 5's hop and loses, but you win 14th for the field. There's 10 profit, and then we're going to go into there. So that would be 1 win. So we need 1 more before we get out of this configuration and we go into a single unit iron cross. 9. So that's actually 2 wins. Here, in this case, you actually won the pass line. So that's going to pay even, and back behind it, 6 will pay 9. And then you're also going to win 14 for the field bet too. So that's actually a pretty good roll. That's 1 decision. So now, since you won all that and the puck is off, we're going to, we would have lost the hop bets. We're going to be coming out again. These are obviously, these are off. And so we're going to go back to step 1, which is initially a pass line bet with a field bet hedge here. So let's see what happens here. And that'd be 1 decision at 1 point made. 4. So that's good. I'm going to take some of that and put it right there. Now the point is 4, and then I'm going to go back to hopping the 5s. And 14 in the field. So in this case, you actually did make the 2. You could probably go back and start with a single unit iron cross. So let's go ahead and do that, because that's kind of the theory, because I did get 2 winning hands out. All right, so a single unit iron cross. And then here, now I'm starting at this configuration of 5, 6, 6, and 5, and I want to press it up to 15, 12, 12, and 5. All right. All right, 9. So the field bet wins, and I'll just press up. I'll press up the 8. Okay. 3. Field bet wins. I'm going to press up the 6. Five. Field bet loses, but we win 7, so it's 2 profit, and this is up to you. I'm going to go in and get 3 chips and then press up the 5 to $10. And then again, now you're just riding this out, trying to get your iron cross up to 15, 12, 12, and 5. And you can play this configuration until you get a 7 out. So there you go. There's a 7 out. That's 1 win and 1 loss. So this all goes away. Okay. We're back to coming out. So we're going to reset up. We're going to reset up $10 in the field, $10 in the pass line. So that's 2 decisions. One was a winner, one was a loser. All right, so coming out. 9. So field bet wins. I'm going to take one of that, put it there. So the point is 9. And now I'm going to set up $12 on the 6 and 8. Hop in the 5s for $4, and then a $14 field bet. 14, you can see right there. So again, now to go from here to the single unit iron cross, I want to see 2 out of 3 wins on rolls. 12, so that's 28. So that right there is essentially 2 wins. That's effectively 2 wins in a row as far as that goes. And so this would be a good time to just basically set up a single unit iron cross. Okay, because essentially now I'm playing with casino money instead of mine. So I'm making sure I always take my profit back. All right. Point is 9. All right, 7 out. So you certainly came down at an appropriate time. So that is 1 win and 2 losses as far as trying to make the point. So we're going to set up, so we're going to go back to step 1, which is $10 in the field, $10 in the pass. So coming out. 6. So this loses, unfortunately. So now we set up this again. I'll take single odds. $14 in the field, $12 6. Sorry, it's $12 8. I have my 6 covered with my pass line and my odds, and then I'm going to hop the 5s for $4. So again, go from here to a single unit iron cross. I need to see 2 wins. In this case, 8 will lose, 7 obviously will lose, and 6 is actually a winner in this case because of where the point is. And this is kind of why I like starting out with a pass line bet and hedging it with a field bet. So, all right. 8. So that's considered a loss because even though, all right, I lose the hop in the 5s, even though I lose the field, I'm going to win 14. It says there, but I got to go into my rack to get $4 to set up the 5 or hop the 5s again. So again, that would be like 1 loss there. All right. 9. That'd be a winner. So we lose this. We lose the hop 5 hopping, but we win 14 in the field, so essentially 10 profit, and we reestablish that, and that's another win. So I need one more win before I change this configuration back down to a single unit iron cross. 10. That's a $14 win. 5's hopping is gone, so that's my 2 out of 3. So now I'm going to go down to a single unit iron cross. This is all profit. And just play this and slowly kind of press it up. Because again, now I'm playing with casino money at this point, which is the better position to be in. So, all right, let's roll. All right, there's a 4, so that pays. So I usually like to start with the 8 as far as pressing it up, because that has the higher frequency, 5 ways to make an 8 versus 4 ways to make this. So I have a higher probability of rolling an 8 than I do a 5. Okay, so 3. In that case, that's just that. So I'm going to go to the 5. Eight again, and this is why now. So this is going to win 14. Why I like pressing this up to, I'm trying to get to the 15, 12, and 12, because even though the field bet loses, I win 14. I can put the 5 back there, and I actually have made more profit, 8. So now with just a few rolls, I'm to the configuration I want. I have 15, essentially 12, 12, and 5, and that's kind of where I want. So now from here, when I hit these numbers, I can go back, regress back down slowly to lower units, because again, you always have to be taking profit off the table when you win, so you make sure you're on the plus side. Okay, so all right, there's a 5, so that wins 21. Okay, we lose that, but we can put that back up there, and I'm going to go down to just 2 units. There's a 10. That simply is a winner as far as the field bet. All right, 7 out. So all this goes away. That's 4 decisions. 1 has been a winning. 1 person has made the point. There's been 3 losing hands, and we would just kind of start this over again here. So, but you would think if you've won 1, if the shooter has made 1 point and the other 3 were losses, that we might actually be down. But the idea with it all is that we are catching that 2 out of 3 where the payout can be kind of large, and we're actually using that profit to continue to play. So again, it's kind of a short demo. Let's see. Let me get 5. So let me turn this into reds and just make sure. There we go. All right, so it's kind of a short demo. Made $21 in profit going by this way, and out of the decisions, I've only played it 4 hands. So 4 shooters, 3 points not made, 1 point made. So you can only imagine if the shooter is actually making the points, what you could do. And kind of getting a feel for just this quick demo as far as the length of the video, probably here just 20 minutes or so. We're up about $21 here. So again, to summarize, I'm going to call it the Moose. It's kind of 3 parts. With part 1 is how you play the come out roll, $10 field, $10 pass. You can look at the chart and kind of see that as far as what you can make it smaller. You can go down to 5. You can find a $5 table, or you can go up more too, as far as that. And then as far as the meat and the potatoes, the 2 out of 3 wins before you abandon it. That's kind of the scaled down version of the quarter pounder. In my case, it's the dime. Because I'm only really winning about $10 per roll when I'm in that configuration. 2 out of 3 wins, I abandon that. I start with a basic iron cross, because again, the idea there is I am taking my profit off the table, because those 2 or 3 wins have made me enough to cover a basic iron cross. And so I'm starting at the basic iron cross and playing with casino money as I build it up. Okay? So, again, there's the charts. I've included all the charts so you can kind of get a quick analysis of the charts. You can kind of see what we're trying to do with this strategy. 3 parts. Study the video. I think it's a great kind of combination of a lot of different strategies out there. But thank you for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, and let me hear what you have to think of what I'm going to call the Moose, 3-part, the big and the bold Moose, in the comments. Thanks for watching.